In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the right rectangular prism. Kind of looks like a box. This is one of the elective shapes in our Structuring Streakahedrons kit. If you want to make this shape, please go to your instruction manual online for the instructions on how to take this pattern and transfer it to a blank sheet of paper. Once you transfer this pattern to a blank sheet of paper, in order to make the right rectangular prism, you'll need your scissors, your ruler, your tape, and the pen. The first thing we need to do is cut the entire net out. So get your scissors, start cutting along all of the solid lines, working your way all the way around. And again, when you get to these inside corners, don't cut too far because otherwise you may have a hole in your net. So work your way all the way around, and when it's done, it'll look like this. The next step is to score. So we're going to go on our dotted lines. Bring your ruler up along the dotted line, and with your pen, make a couple passes. All we're trying to do is make a nice groove in the piece of paper. When you've made it all the way around, it'll look like this. Now we have to take this flat net and turn it into this three-dimensional shape. The first thing we'll do is we'll fold and crease on all of our score lines. So you notice I'm folding in and then kind of pulling it back. Now on this net, these two larger rectangles, you can think of them as the top and the bottom of our right rectangular prism. And here you have these two outside pieces here. These are our ends. So in order to build this one, what you want to do is let's start by folding these ends up and then working our way around. So we'll get our tape. And we'll start taping around. So what we're doing is we're bringing the top and bottom of our prism onto the ends. Let's fold this out of the way. And again, with all of these shapes you've made, if you want to do any sort of coloring to them, I highly recommend doing that before you start taping it. So now, all we have to do is literally close this lid. So to close the lid, we're going to leave this tab on the inside because it's going to act as a nice little shelf for the lid to sit on top of. Then we'll drop the sides down. So let's tape the sides first. So you notice I'm holding all the way around the entire prism because I want to make sure that this tab is centered on this face. Get a little bit of tape. Let me turn this around. I'm going to put the tape first on the tab, Make sure it's centered, and then bring it down. Same thing on the other end. Put the tape on the tab, make sure it's nice and centered, bring it down, and tape it. Now all that's left to do is to basically close this seam. So grab a piece of tape and put it on the top and pull down. You have now built your right rectangular prism.